Shortly before Star Wars changed sci-fi forever, imagine a world where the environment had collapsed, and in a desperate attempt to preserve what's left of the biosphere, the government sent ecological modules far out into space, near Saturn, only to change their mind for reasons, and now ordered their destruction. This is the premise of the 1972 movie Silent Running. And that movie featured 3 of the most original robots controlled by amputees: Drone 1, Drone 2, and Drone 3. Later renamed Dewey, Huey, and Louie.
Oh, that movie is so sad.
There were a slew of movies concerned with the environment in the 70s. None of them ended well. Crazy humans didn't listen then.
And they're not listening now. You'd think the way they're acting, they have a spare planet in their back pocket they can hop onto or something.
We're not here to chat about impending environmental catastrophes, but to rebuild those cute robots at minifig scale.
I like that they're so lovely and colorful.
Ha! Well, that will definitely make a change from all the constant grey and black.
Color's going to be an issue in some ways with these ones, as not all the pieces are available in the right colors. Still, as these robots are shown to be pretty weathered, it should hopefully work in our favor. The 3 robots are also almost identical, except for Huey.
Oh, which one's Huey?
The orange one.
But we'll deal with the differences as we assemble them.
So what are we waiting for?
Let's get building.
Okay, because the colors are all over the place, I think we'll do something a little different here. We won't tell you which color to use for the robot's main body, and you should explore Bricklink's inventory to see which shades will work best for you. The general color I was aiming for Dewey was medium blue, for Huey orange, and Louie sand green. And who knows, maybe by the time you yourself try to replicate these robots, some parts will have been produced in those or similar colors to make them a better match. Okay, let's start with the 1x3 plate for each of them.
That's the feet?
We're not starting with the feet this time, GG, but with the middle of the robot, so we have something to attach the various parts to. Next, we need a modified 1x1 brick with a horizontal clip, and as you can see, we're already encountering color issues.
It's actually kind of crazy that this part was first made over 16 years ago, and it's still only available in 7 colors.
This is probably the worst piece in terms of color availability. So much so, Louie has to contend with a grey one, and yet there's no decent alternative. Anyway, let's move on and add a 1x1 bracket to its right, and attach to it a couple of 1x1 plates.
Isn't that a little overcomplicated? Why not just use a simple 1x1 brick to do the same job?
Well, that's an option for sure, but to be honest, at that size, it's a little tricky to do some proper gribbling, and I thought we'd use this method to make the back slightly more interesting than a plain brick piece.
Gribbling is essential.
So let's continue by adding a 1x1 brick with a stud on opposite sides.
You're encountering color issues here as well, I see.
It's a lovely rainbow of colors.
You do what you can with the parts at your disposal, McCluck. Now, having built the main part of the torso, it's time to give our trio some legs. For that, we need to insert a half Technic pin into the underside of those 1x1 bricks, followed by a 1x1 round tile with a bar.
Why am I not surprised?
What can I say? It's a very versatile part. Now that Dewey, Huey, and Louie have legs, we need to build up, and this is where things start to get a little different for Huey. So let's do the other 2 first, and add a 1x1 bracket in the middle for them, and an inverted 1x1 bracket for Huey. Let's carry on with the differences with Huey by adding a 1x2 tile just beneath that bracket, along with 3 1x1 plates to make it slightly taller. Okay, we're done. All the parts after that are shared between all 3 robots.
That wasn't much of a difference.
It was as much as we could replicate at this scale. Next, we're adding a 1x1 slope piece, followed by a 1x1 tile, and another 1x1 slope piece for the other side. And that's it for the body.
It's not exactly the same shape as those from the movie.
At this scale, McCluck, it's more often than not an issue with compromises. I hope you'll agree that the essence of these drones has been preserved, but we're not done yet. Let's give them a camera lens for them to see, followed by a printed tile on the side to add a little bit more gribbling there.
And now you're gonna add their arm.
Yes. Oh, and before you complain, McCluck, yes, it's going to be much bigger than the arm from the movie. Again, it's all about the essence of the recreation. So, with that in mind, we'll start with a bar holder with handle and a 1L bar with clip.
Well, I think all 3 look really good.
Hold on, Gigi, we're not quite done yet.
Oh, what's left to do?
Well, near the start, we added a 1x1 brick with a stud on either side. We used the front stud to add that printed tile, but the back stud is still free.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So let's turn our model around and brand our drones. Again, the pieces we'll use are not the right color, but I feel they're essential for these robots. 1x1 tiles with printed numbers. We'll use the 1 for Dewey, 2 for Huey, and 3 for Louie.
Hang on, Captain. These are pretty old pieces.
You're right, Mouse. They were last produced in 1998.
Damn, that's like an eternity. Are you sure you can still find them?
There are still hundreds of them on Brinklink, so I think we're good. So there you have it. A trio of quirky original robots who managed to make us all cry without saying a word.
Oh, that movie's ending always gets me.
So if you need a handful of robots to tend your garden, I trust you'll agree that we've got the ideal candidates here for you. Let us know what you think in the comments.
And if you like what we do,
And how we do it, and you feel you'd like to help us out,
please consider joining our Patreon.
as long as you can afford it, of course. The link's in the description and pinned comment.
And we'll speak to you again
Next time on the New Robots.